Hello, beautiful beginners. Today I am painting these fun little poppies, and let me show you. So these are them, but I'm going to be painting them in a really fun way, I think. And let me get some of these things ready to go. Just have my water here. And aren't they cute? You won't believe how easy these are. So the brush that we're going to be using is going to be the angle brush. This just happens to be mine, which, by the way, there's a few of these left. They're selling my brushes in sets of 2, and they're only $12.50. So I believe one of them has an angle brush and another brush. So check those out while they have them still. And I'm going to be painting on this. I painted on the Meiliang paper, but I'm going to be painting in here because I'm just really loving the paper. And this way it's kind of like a little journal, and I can keep them in here and take notes. So this is the Flunbrato 100% cotton. So let's just open that up. As you can see, I've got all kinds of fun things in here. Let's get a new page here, double-sided, awesome texture. And one of the things I always like is it's perforated. So if I did paint something here that I was like, wow, I really want to keep that, I definitely could. Okay, and I take notes in here. So it works out pretty good. Let me get a clip so my paper doesn't flap over. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is double loading my angle brush, which I love this technique. It's such a fun little technique and really gives it this like two-tone effect here, and pretty easy. So you can see the bottom of my brush, I will put just water. The top of my brush, I'm going to dip into my red. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm wetting my brush, but it's not to the point where it would drip. It's just wet, and then I lightly scraped it off. And then what I'm going to do, and you could do either side, I could either dip the tip of my brush with some red paint, and actually, let me use this paint over here. It's the same, it's Meiliang, but I've just got it on this handy dandy little palette here. And so I've got the same paints in here. So let me get those wet. With watercolors, you just want to make sure you give them a little spritz, and dipping my brush, just the tip, into that red. And then the other side is just water. So let's go ahead and start painting this fun little flower. So what I'm going to do is lay my brush down on that edge and pull like this. And there we go. I just added a little water there. I'm going to dip in there again. Now, if your brush is too wet, that red paint is going to drip down and cover the entire thing. Not a big deal, no need to worry there, but. And then laying my brush down here, dragging it up. Could add a tiny bit more water, but see how the bottom is wet? And then pulling it down like that. Then we'll do another one. Well, we'll do this side. So more of that red paint. And actually, I think I'll do this bottom petal here. So I'm just kind of going in a round pattern there. Let's get a little bit more, just dipping the bottom of my brush and then the tip of my brush into the red. And we'll do this one here. I think what I will do is come down like that. We're going to have a kind of a wonky petal here. And then over here, I'm going to rinse some of that off just like that. So kind of a wonky. What's going to make this look like, give us that feel, that expression of a poppy is the inside, okay? Let's go ahead and do this one here. So this one, I think what I'll do is darken the short end and leave the top end with just water. So let's do that here. Laying it on the chisel edge, and I want this to be kind of wide. And shaping it into kind of like this cup or bowl shape. And then I can use just the tip, that tip of my brush to kind of create that little bowl type feel. Just some water down here. Rinsing my brush. There we go. Okay, so we can stop here, take a little break, and it might be hard to see in here, but the top is just a light water. So let's do that again. I think what I'll do is go for the top again in red, and a little bit more water on the bottom. And we're going to start those back petals, leaving a little white gap there. So, there we go. Then maybe I just rinsed it off a bit. Rinsed it off a bit again. So you can see the lighter edge on the inside and the darker color on the top. Just soften that up. Ah, love it. And there we go. Okay, so again, once we put those black areas in there, it's really going to give it that poppy feel. So let's do this one here, and I think I'll put the dark on the bottom again, kind of switching it up. So let's just do one right here. And then the end kind of comes over. Rinse my brush, scrape it off. Like that. And then this time I think I will put I'll put again the darker red at the bottom since this is light. And I want to cup this a little bit more, just like that. There we go. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. Rinsing my brush, soften that edge down there with just a damp brush. And then let's do the back here. So I'll tip just that pointy edge of the red, put my brush down on its tip, and like that. Rinse it, scrape. And let's do another one. So I'm leaving that white space in there again. There we go. Maybe bring that down so we've got these real round shapes. Now I'm gonna rinse all of that red out of my brush. Let's go over to our green, which I've got quite a bit in my palette here. And I'm going to start doing the stems. Put even a little bit more. So if I apply more pressure, the stem is going to be thicker. Right here. And maybe here. Like that. And then let's do our bud. So I think for that I will putting the long side in, curving my brush around, same thing, long end in, pulling it over to the side. And then what's nice is you can use that tip to, just as if you were using your round brush, and tap in like this, just to add some interest. And then we'll do one more up in here. So long end to the bottom, and then curve around, just like that. I could even pick a little bit of that up. Maybe add in some of that light green, or light tree green up in here. There we go. And then I'm gonna add in just a little bit of red to those. Just like that. Rinse my brush good, get all that red out. And we'll go into our green. I think here actually I'm gonna use my round brush because I have a little bit more control. So this is my round 8. I'm going to go into my green here, olive green, and let's really arch our branch, our stem rather. Same here. Light pressure using just the tip of my brush. A little more concentrated, so I'll use maybe 50% water, 50% pigment. There we go. And we've got that fun spread here where the red paint is kind of mixing and mingling there. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back into our flowers now, and we can start adding in, actually let's stick with our brush here, our round brush, and I'm going to use the light green. Somewhat thick, so I'm going directly into my paint, and I'm just going to paint some of that inside. I think I'll wait on those and add in the black first. Okay, rinse my brush, go back to our angle brush because we can get such a great line. And here's where I'll need my palette. You want this kind of thick, the paint. So that's why I'm going directly into my palette. And let's just dry that a tiny bit. I don't want them to mix too much. There we go. And I'll start adding in, kind of using the tip of my brush. And if you don't have an angle brush, let me show you. You can use the tip of your 8 brush, just really light pressure. Let me show you. And just create these little, like that. And then coming out of the top of this one here. This one here. Just barely peeking over. And for those dots, the little dots, I'm going to wet my brush, put it in there, and just tap, tap, tap. There we go. So easy. Same thing here, and vary those dots. Don't put them all in the exact same arch. Kind of do some low, high. A little bit more. You could also use anything for the little dot at the end, anything round there. Okay, so we're doing pretty good here. Let's go ahead and back to our angle brush because it's going to be perfect for those little leaves. And I grab my sap green or tree green, or you can just go ahead and use your olive green right out of your palette, but I like to mix mine. So I'll take my sap green and mix it either with a little brown, or you can mix it with some of the red, because red and green are going to create a dark color, a dark green, because they're opposites. But I happen to have brown on my palette, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Tap it off, and let's create some of our leaves here. So on that chisel edge again. There we go. Just pressing down. A few more here. Right here. And use a few different values, meaning less saturated, less pigmented, and some that are a little more highly pigmented, so you get that beautiful depth. And I think we're about done here. Could add a darker value one here, so you can see this dark value, it kind of pops out, right? And there you go. So I hope you have fun with this angle brush. Play with it. Practice making sure when you wet your brush, you're not getting it too wet. Otherwise, when you get the paint on one of the ends, the water is going to pull it through the entire brush, and we don't want to do that. So make sure it's damp, but not too wet. And then you're just dipping that end into the paint, so you get this wonderful effect of light color and dark color. It's hard to see here because it's just water. But most of all, just have fun, play, and I'll be right here reminding you, you are an artist. Happy painting.